Only if it were easy, you would have done it, you think? It is excruciatingly difficult to get things done. The intent to do things is universal, and so is the challenge of getting those things done. So in this episode, I wanted to break it down into 4 very simple steps that you can use to execute on your goals. Hi and welcome back to another episode of Up It and the Actionables podcast. If we haven't already met, my name is Peyton. You know that feeling when you really want to do something but you just can't seem to get it done? Well, I've been there. You may feel stuck or stagnant and you don't feel like there is a way out. But all of that is going to change because we're going to be discussing how to make things happen. Let's start by understanding the challenge of execution. Researchers have said that the way we learn new things is by relying on something called as an individual sweet spot, often referred to as the Goldilocks zone. This Goldilocks zone is our preference to learn things and to pursue our goals as long as it is not too difficult or too easy. If something is too hard, we get extremely disheartened. If something is easy, we get bored. So if you think that you want an easier way to pursue your goals, think again. Maybe what you're just craving for is your Goldilocks zone. As much as you don't want to get disappointed or disheartened while pursuing your goals, you also don't want to get bored. You want something which is palpable and just right. The right amount of difficulty. And let me tell you, one way of overcoming the challenge of execution is to find your neutral zone, which is not too difficult, not too easy. So are you ready to find out a neutral way which can help you overcome this challenge of execution? Before getting into it, I want to know from you, what do you think? Should things be too difficult or should they be too easy while pursuing goals? Comment below and let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. So now let's get into 4 ways of how to execute on things. First is make it simple but not simpler enough. If internet has to be believed, Albert Einstein was credited to say that make something simple but not simpler. I'm guessing he implied that to make a task challenging enough but not too challenging or too easy. So if you want to start executing on something that you've been putting off for a while, then one way to do that is to look at what you're currently doing. Let's say if you want to work out. So what are all the things that you're currently doing which may not be allowing you to work out several times a week? By looking at your habits and actions for over 1 or 2 weeks, you will be able to pick up some insights as to things that you are doing which are not actually moving you toward working out. Things such as not sleeping on time, not sleeping enough, not planning your workouts, not planning your meals, eating junk food, or doing anything that is not moving you toward your goal of working out. Once you have these insights in place, it's about changing your behavior. So start by doing 1 or 2 things that will move the needle for you and move you toward what you actually want to achieve. Second is create a vision for yourself. For a lot of people, this word vision can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be this way. Vision is all about creating an idea of who you want to be when you achieve this goal. And no points for guessing that it has to be aspirational from where you currently are at. Who you are currently and who you are going to become while you pursue your goals are 2 very different people. When you learn to operate from a place of a higher self or somebody who has already achieved their goal, then it really helps you to align your actions and your being. Third, look at where you are spending your time and energy. Now, our time and energy are the most valuable things that we own. So don't give it away lightly. The superb way to make use of both your time and energy is to be mindful and intentional with it. Instead of allowing yourself to be consumed by social media or by other people's agenda, use your time and energy wisely to do the things that are meaningful to you. By doing this, you'll realize that you will no longer be able to give the excuse that you don't have enough time to pursue your goals. And fourth one is to create a strategy for your goal. Now, don't make the classic mistake of thinking that you need additional resources such as motivation to pursue your goals. What you need to be doing is investing your time and energy and efforts into figuring out the route that you want to take in order to pursue your goals. And I know this is the hardest part, but the irony is that in order to overcome the challenge of execution, you first need to figure out, do you want to overcome this challenge in the first place? And you do that by asking yourself, how do I go about pursuing my goals? And the perfect way to do that is to create a strategy for your goals. If you want to learn how to create a strategy for yourself, then be sure to check out this video here. That will help you to start crafting your strategy for goals. So those were my 4 steps on how you can overcome this challenge of execution and start to make things happen for yourself. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these steps resonated with you? Don't forget to leave them in the comment box below. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, do consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, also consider hitting that subscribe button. Till next week, remember, your goals matter and it is really up to you to make things happen. Take good care of yourself. I will meet you in the next episode. See ya.